What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. K-Rino. Um, here with y'all on this Thursday night. Do y'all think I should turn this light on? Or should I leave it like this? I see a few of y'all are in the building. I appreciate that. I'm here with y'all on a Thursday because I know that I won't be able to do my normal Friday stream because I'll be out of town. I'll be at South by Southwest participating in the activities out there. I got a couple of shows out there this weekend, so I'm very grateful to have some work to do. And it's going to be a full weekend, so I know for a fact that I won't have time to go live with y'all um, tomorrow night. But so we're going to jump on here tonight and be real quick as we can. This is an open topic. This is an open topic stream tonight. So anybody, anything that you guys have on y'all mind that y'all want to discuss, feel free to ask me questions, or feel free to make any comments that you might want me to elaborate on. And as I always tell y'all, as I always like to let y'all know, if I know the answers, or if I think I know the answers, I will give the answers. If I don't, then it'll be on to the next. So hit the like button as you come in, and we will get right into it, man. I like to be consistent in terms of speaking to y'all on a consistent basis, man. So we'll go right in. Couple of people already on here. Let me see. Is that OI? What about the BS war? Y'all starting off hard, huh? Well, I mean, in terms of the war, uh, this is just the time that we're living in, where the scriptures talk about there'll be wars and rumors of wars. We're living in that time where these things are actually coming to pass, and for America, it's something to keep their eyes on, keep her eyes on, because according to the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, at some point America's going to be drawn into this thing as well. And the whole world is going to be encompassed by this war. And this is just the beginning. These two nations, Russia and Ukraine, are just the beginning of it all. So if you think it's BS now, if you think it's a BS war now, keep waking up and you'll see how deep this thing will be. Freddie Sauce, favorite young Star track. Um, My favorite young Star track may not be one of his solo songs. I like his verse on "Wanna Be a Baller," probably the best, But of course, knocking pictures off the wall, that's the main song that everybody knows. With Young Star, that's my brother, that's my homie, man. So, but "Wanna Be a Baller" is what put him on that level. Then he freestyled that. He came off the dome on that, so I definitely respect that. I see y'all sliding in the door, man. Be sure to hit the like button as y'all come in. And for those of y'all who may not be subscribed to my channel, feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel right now and keep your notifications on. The notifications ain't nothing but that bell that they got on the page. And once you click the bell, then anytime I come on and do a video, they'll send you a notification and let you know that I'm on, or that I've posted a pre-recorded video. Because I want y'all to make sure that y'all check your big brother out, because throughout the week I'll be giving y'all some game, man. This is open topic tonight, so anything y'all got on your mind to talk about, let's get it in. Too Real for Most is asking, do you have a writer's list for when people send you to perform? No, I don't have a rider, man. I don't. My rider consists of only a couple of things, if you even want to call it a rider. My money, my hotel accommodations. That's really it. I don't need 20 blue M&Ms and 20 green M&Ms. I don't need 2 bottles of water with half a cup poured out of each bottle. I don't need 15 toy unicorns in my dressing room. I don't need all that. You know, I need my money and my hotel accommodation. That's all I need. Leo, what's up, Leo? I see you in here, man. I see you in the building. Leo, my brother from Australia. When I was in Australia, Leo was our companion. Leo was the one who came and got us from the airport. Leo was the one that took us around and made sure he showed us the city and, you know, made sure we were well taken care of out there in Sydney, Australia, man. So shout out to the homie. Y'all see that name, Leonardo DeAndretti? That's my homie. Looked out for us big time when we was way, way, way on another continent. Hope you're doing well, Leo. Yeah, that's what it is, man. We are here, man, live streaming, open topic tonight. Feel free. I wanted to talk to y'all a little bit about some other things that that I had on my mind about progression and how we should embrace the stages of our life, how we should embrace the stages that our lives go through, whether there are circumstances that we cause for ourselves, and or whether there's just things that happen, you know, that were imposed upon us that we didn't see coming or we didn't have any control over. Sometimes even those things work to our benefit in the long run. And we always kind of had this mentality about focusing on or emphasizing what we feel like happened to us. Why this happened to me? Why this happened to me? And even when it's stuff that we do to ourselves, I see people blame God and blame other people for stuff they did to themselves. It's like, dude, you did this. You can't put God nowhere in that. That was all you. And we all have those things that we go through. And sometimes, you know, when I say embracing progression, you know, people make the mistake of feeling like I'm just talking about what we view to be positive advancements in life. Well, man, you know, you was working here, you started here, then you got a promotion, and now you're here, and now in 5 years you own a franchise. Yeah, that is progression, and that's something that's to be embraced. But sometimes progression comes in the form of setbacks. Sometimes progression comes in the form of missed opportunities or losses that you may have taken that knocked you not out of a position, knocked you out of a position that you thought you wanted to be in, but that position may not have been the best position for you to be in. So you end up later on kind of seeing it. The same thing with people. You know, you really thought that this was the person I wanted to be with. I wanted to be with this person. You really thought that I wanted to have this job, but then you look down the line and you're like, "Oh man, I'm glad I didn't get that job. Ooh, I'm glad I didn't get with that person. That turned out, whew, I didn't know he was a serial killer," you know, whatever the case is. So those are progressions. Those are things that they add wisdom to us because it teaches us to be more discerning moving forward, because we sometimes you dodge a bullet that you didn't even know was heading for you. Then when you realize that you get the chills and like, man, boy, that'd have been crazy, you know. So it puts you on alert for the next time. So embrace those moments even when you didn't get what you thought you wanted to get, because you know you may have wanted it. It may have worked out, but it might have been a situation where you were being protected. You were actually being protected for something, from something. I mean, let me give some shout outs to my super chat people. Patrick Cisneros, all love back to you, Pat. I appreciate the love. I definitely appreciate the love and the donation, man. Thank you so much, Patrick. Nothing but love, man. UGK for Life says, who likes Fat Pat? I hope everybody like Fat Pat, man. Fat Pat, the legend. The South Park legend, the Dead End legend. I'm gonna give y'all some history real quick. Hold on, let me shout out this super chat. Oh, I appreciate the love and the donation to you, oh, and I appreciate your question earlier too. Thank you so much, man. Number love. And to forces unknown. Let me get to your, let's say, K-Rino, what was your inspiration behind your songs On This Road and Steering Wheel? Yeah, just life situations. If you never heard a song I did called On This Road, it's right here on YouTube. You can go on YouTube and check it out, or you can go to iTunes or one of the digital other platforms and actually purchase the song and show your brother some support. But On This Road is it's a song where I'm breaking down an analogy in terms of how life is like a vehicle. It's like a car. So there are a lot of analogies between us as people and cars. And just that comparison goes for that. But it's really just was about life and how similar those things are and how we have to take care of ourselves the same way we would take care of a vehicle in order to maximize our productivity. The same way we do with our vehicle. You make sure your oil's always changed and make you always washing your car, keeping it clean. You're always doing this, doing that, keeping your car up. You have to do the same thing. That same level of maintenance has to be done on us as individuals, as people, because that car is not more valuable to you. And that car won't be driven for a very long time if the driver of that car is not in a good place mentally and physically. But what I wanted to tell y'all, so you said steering wheel too. Steering Wheel is a song that I guess we got a lot of car analogies. Steering Wheel is a song with my brothers, the twins, them damn twins, the Cypher and Shorty, where we're just talking about sometimes in life, people would turn on you. They'll turn on you like a steering wheel. So everything, well, a lot of things I try to do, I try to connect it to real life situations, man. So appreciate that question. Um, I wanted to give y'all some history real quick because somebody just asked me about Fat Pat. UGK for Life just asked me about Fat Pat. And I was just talking about how Pat, is from the dead end. That's my neighborhood where I grew up at. And some of the greatest rappers to come out of Houston are from that area, or either, if not exactly in the dead end, but down in that area, down in that South Park area, that Selinsky area, that MLK area. And Fat Pat was one of them. Hawk was one of them. Lil Troy from the dead end. Killer Callion is from the dead end. PSK 13 from the dead end. And your big brother is from the dead end. One of the original dead end OGs, you know what I'm saying? So anytime I hear about Fat Pat, Hawk, and those guys, man, it takes me back to the neighborhood because I grew up in Esperanza. I grew up in New Orleans. I grew up in Kingsgate. There were 4 apartment complexes down in the dead end when it really was dead end before they opened it up. It was the Orleans, Kingsgate, the Esperanza, and it was Summerwood. Summerwood is the only complex that I didn't live in. I lived in all of them at some point in time in my life. My earliest memories take me back. Some of my earliest memories take me back to the Esperanza. Then me and my mom moved to Kingsgate. Then we moved to Orleans. Then we hit Selinsky, right across the street from the VA. I'm talking some Houston stuff, so let me get off of that. You got to be from the H to know what I'm talking about. Man Ray, okay, we're going to take it to a basketball question. What's your all-time starting 5 that played in Houston? That played for the Houston Rockets? My all-time starting 5 for the Rockets. If I don't have to go by position, of course, Akeem, number 1. See, it's hard to leave people off that championship team because we won 2 championships with a lot of those guys, but a lot of those guys may not be Hall of Fame guys. So, Akeem, really struggling to put James Harden on this team, but I'm going to hold that spot. We go Akeem, Clyde, Drexler, McGrady, Robert Ory, and I'll throw Harden on there. I'll throw him on there. That's 5. That's the best I could do. That's the best I could do. Leo said, yeah, I toured K in Australia. Nah, man, I'm not high maintenance like that. I don't knock nobody who is, because a writer also has other reasons why they're really, really detailed like that. But I'm cut and dry, man. Give me my money. Immense the mad one. Oil in Europe is a problem now. Even the regular cooking oil, sunflower oil, we're about to run out soon. And that's interesting, man. I don't really know the ins and outs of the oil game, but that is interesting, because a lot of people are talking about how high the gas prices are over here in America, and but the gas prices are high everywhere, to my knowledge. John Nodick, I appreciate that. Man, I appreciate the love. How would y'all feel, man? Let me ask y'all a question. How would y'all feel? I'm gonna do this one day. I'm gonna, on some of my lives, I'm gonna set it up and do like a call in. I saw a comment that reminded me of that. I'm gonna set up one day and start doing a live call in, so I can talk to some of y'all live. Big boy business. I see you, man. I'll be in Austin this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I will be in Austin this weekend, getting it in for South by Southwest. So anybody in the Austin area, be sure to come to the shows. Both the shows I'm doing in Austin are free to get in. One is an SPC event. One is the Grind Mode Cypher. Shout out to my homies AOK and everybody involved in the Cypher. Looking forward to participating in that tomorrow. The World is a Lie has a question. K-Rino, brother, I am bright, and the female I am bright, and a female I am talking to is dark. Should I stay away from her or continue to enlighten herself? Well, I mean, if you light skinned, bro, and the sister's dark skinned, what did that have to do with y'all's connection? See, you shouldn't. If you look at that dark skinned sister, that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. If you decide not to deal with her, or she decides not to deal with you, it should be based on y'all's mentality, how y'all deal with each other, how y'all get along with each other, not the shade of black that she is. Because the dark skin, bro, let me give you a quick little genetics lesson. Now, I don't know if you know the answer to this already, but I mean, that dark skin, that's the original pigment, bro. That's original black. And all shades come from that dark. So I don't know how dark the sister is, but that's something to be embraced. And that shouldn't be something that you, as a light skinned brother, that shouldn't be something that you take into account when it comes to determining if you should be with this woman. You should take into account y'all's compatibility and y'all's connection with God and with each other, and the other important elements that matter when it comes to that kind of union. So, that has nothing to do with it, fam. Let me see. Angelina says, what are your thoughts about RZA and DJ Scratch Fate of the World song? I haven't heard it yet. You put me up on game right now. I haven't heard of it. I'll listen to it and try to form an opinion on it and see what I think about it. I haven't heard that song yet. I appreciate that. But I know, you know, the people you named, both of them are monsters. So, yeah. Yeah, man, embrace your progression, man. Understand, work to understand why everything happens. Don't just bathe in or cry in the actual event of what happens. Try to get an understanding of why this happened. And more importantly, try to get an understanding of what our role is in whatever it is that we're going through. My daddy taught me a long time ago. Any problem that you have, and if you be honest with yourself, he said 99% of the time it's your own fault. At the root of it, at the source, at the base foundation of it, it's your fault. It's my fault. So that understanding helps us to fix and correct mistakes in our life, because once we kind of get into a pattern of blame, 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 blame. See, he the one, she the one. If they wouldn't, see, I wouldn't have did that if y'all wouldn't have came. That blame, 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 we become accustomed to that. And that's an easy cop out. That's an easy way out when we're going through stuff. But trust and believe, if you really be honest with yourself, it was probably something that we did. Let me see. I'm a little behind. Let me catch up to where y'all at. Sacramento Truth Movement. New favorite song is Perfect World and Lifting the Veil and Soul Merchants. I appreciate that, man. Welcome to life. I appreciate that. Immense, the mad one. I see you. Dead End, Marty Marr. Dead End, DEA. I was dropping that Dead End history a minute ago, Marty. I don't know if you was in here, but I know you one of the DEA originals, brother. Jovan D says, why are there so many toxic people? If you live in a toxic world, it's going to be toxic people. You got to understand something. If they place people into a facility and you take them and put them in that facility, and that facility is, they're feeding the people contaminated food. Everybody that's in that facility, when they feed you food that's contaminated. It's not at the right temperature. It's got salmonella in it. It's, you know, that food is going to eventually make everybody in that facility sick. So that's what the reason why so many toxic people, because we live in a toxic society, and the society was formed and created and shaped by toxic minded individuals who control this world at the current time. So everything that we see, everything that we take in, whether it's TV, radio, social media, everything that we take in, food, water, the majority of what we take in is toxic. It's poison. It's not good for us. So it goes into our system, whether it be physical or whether it be from the mental side, it goes into our system. And as a result, it makes us sick. So we become the products of the environment that we're in. And it's a toxic environment. So, and things are generational. So if you go way, 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 way back, these seeds were planted for some of us long, long time ago. So the behavior gets passed down. The traits get passed down in terms of the philosophies and why we think like this, the things that we were taught. And if the people who are teaching you, the people who are training you, it could be your parents. If they have been bred and shaped in a toxic mindset, they don't know any other way but to pass that down to their seeds. So you got government, toxic. You got the judicial system, toxic. You got entertainment, toxic. Every aspect of it is toxic. You watch TV shows where it's always a fight, throwing drinks, cussing, and baby mama this, baby daddy that. It's a toxic environment that has been intentionally shaped like that. So how else are the people gonna be? Because it's a high level of imbalance that exists in this society. So if the imbalance is, see, this is if this is a scale, the way my hands are now represents balance. Both of these things on a scale are even. But when too much pours onto this side, it weighs this side down, and now this side is light. So this side is overpowering this side. See? So even though it's low, it's down low, it still is carrying more weight. So whatever carries the most weight will prevail, and that's what we're seeing right now. Mike Best, you in Russia? That's right, Bugatti, dominant genetics. Look, you be happy with whatever you are. Whatever you are, that's what you're meant to be. But it's a reason why we are all like we are. If you brown skin, bro, it's a reason why you brown skin. You high light skin, it's a reason why. Truth Hip Hop Consciousness, salute to you. Appreciate the love, appreciate the donation. San Antonio, Texas, in the house. Bro and mom met you with the SPC shoe. Yeah, man, I remember that. Yeah, man. Shout out to mom, man, your brother, man. San Antonio, one of my favorite cities. Yep. Casey Flannery, my grandmother says, boy, you never done anything you didn't want to do at the time. Though you may regret it, you still wanted to do. That's a fact. Grandma didn't tell no lie. Yep. In that moment, we was like, let's do it. Jimmy Robinson, Alabama, up in this thing. I love learning from my mistakes. There's no shame in it. Simply lessons of life. And the way we deal with the mistakes, the way we approach those lessons are what build character or what take away from character. I mean, it's hard sometimes, bro. That's just the reality of it. It's hard, you know, to swallow them hard pills, man, to take them tough lessons, them tough hits. But those are the things that build our character, man, and not only make us better, but they allow us and put us in positions to make other people better based on our experiences and based on being able to. It's nothing better than to be able to truly advise somebody or truly speak to somebody from a position of experience. Let me say that. To speak to somebody from a position of experience, because if they're going through similar things that you have already walked through, then it's beneficial to them to hear from somebody who's already been down that road, as opposed to somebody who's just playing the guessing game, or opposed to somebody who's just trying to present themselves like they know more than what it is. And people will relate and respect more because they'll be able to feel and determine just through your conversation. Like, you know what, this dude, he get it. She understands. He understands. See? Much love to you, OI, once again. Let's support each other. I choose financially because it hits differently. is for the next album. Oh man, I appreciate you however you support. You know, this ain't about the money with me. You know, y'all come on here and y'all show love and break bread. I appreciate that, but I would do this regardless. You know, it ain't, I'm a blessed man, bro. I'm a blessed man. I'm very thankful, you know, for my career and everything that I have. And I'm thankful that I'm one of the um I would venture to say one of the few artists in the game who are really, really free. And I'm not saying there are a lot, they're not artists in the industry that ain't free, but freedom has levels to it. There's certain things we'll allow you to do this. Okay, we'll let you say this, we'll let you say that, we'll let you do this, let you do that, we'll let you represent this or that, but don't go too far. I'm one of the people who I can say whatever I want to say on my records. I can feature whoever I want to feature on my records. I don't have to stay away from nobody because um, they are a dangerous person or they on that list. I don't have to refrain from speaking certain people's names on records or talking about certain issues on record. I don't have to do none of that. I can say whatever I want to say. And that's a great feeling, even though people would look at something like that and say, well, you know what? People on the outside looking in, they may say, man, you should be able to do that anyway. What's the big deal about saying what you want to say? You sat down and wrote it, you put it, you recorded it. Well, it ain't that simple for a lot of artists. A lot of artists, their financial maintenance, the maintaining of their financial status is dependent in a lot of cases on the people who put them in those positions, on these record labels, and the people who put them in those positions. And part of the deal, whether it's spoken or unspoken, is that look, there's certain things that in certain topics and certain causes that you're just not gonna be able to either speak on at all or to go all in on. We'll let you stick your foot in there, but I better not catch your leg in there. I better not catch your half your body, and I definitely better not catch your whole body in there. So they'll give you can wear a Black Lives Matter hat. You can put that on. But if they see you standing next to Farrakhan at something, or they see you in an interview and go, you know what? I laughed just thinking about it. You know what, man? What happened was I was listening to this speech that Minister Farrakhan was talking about, and he said, uh-oh, you're in trouble, buddy. You're going to get a phone call. You're going to get a phone call. Because the rulers of this world, which include the music industry, you know, all that stuff is tied together. Don't ever let anybody make you believe that there's not a link between government, between the judicial system, the prison industrial complex, the music and entertainment industry. Don't ever let anybody lead you to believe that those things are not linked. The educational system, all of that, it's linked. It's tied in together, with part of the purpose being to keep these Negroes ignorant. Don't let nobody ever tell you any different. That's a fact. So as long as your message is a message that is determined to be harmless, determined to be innocent, you good. Ain't gonna bother you. Ain't gonna bother you. You can keep it as generic as you can keep it. You can say, oh, I'm black and I'm proud. That's cool. You ain't got no problem with you saying that. But when you start really peeling the hard, rough parts of that thing off and going to the depths of it and exposing these cats for who they are, going into the true history and breaking it down and got facts to stand on it, and you putting it in your lyrics and you breaking it down in ways where people are like, ooh, he broke that down. mess around and be on one of the major labels when you do that. You won't be around for long. Because they can't see, they're not going to deal with someone that they can't control. They have no use for you. You're a live wire. You're a wild card. We can't control this one. So the options are, we can't control him. We have to remove him in the form of suppressing him. So we're going to kick you off the label. We didn't know you was like that when we signed you. We thought you were one of the good ones. So we're going to kick you off the label. And when we kick you off this label, when we remove you from our lofty platform, we're going to make sure that you don't land on another of our friends' lofty platforms. That means other labels. So now you what they call blackballed. They really whiteballed you. So now it's like, we've suppressed this guy. We don't put the blanket over him. So yeah, you can be down here back in the ground doing your little stuff now. That's cool. That don't bother, because it's not going to have the reach. Or if you get too extreme and you're already too big for them to suppress you like that, they'll start figuring out ways to kill you. Y'all, oh man, come on, K. Come on, K, man. Nah, man, they ain't gonna do that. Yeah. I got a song called Worth More Dead. Go listen to it. Mikhail O. Appreciate the love, Mikhail. Thank you for the blessing, man. Sawaji Muhammad. Classic punchline. Asking them to eat their food so they can spit in it. That's right. I don't have any disrespect towards any of our brothers and sisters, our elders who fought that fight, because a lot of what we do now is because of the fight that they fought. It's just, it's just that we just don't agree with the method in terms of back in the day, the sit-ins and the, fighting our best to try to, like you said, sit in their restaurants and all that. It's like, Angel Rivera, which album are you the most proud of? Most proud of? I got a few that are probably on the same level. Annihilation of Evil Machine still stands out because that was my first double album. And at that time, I felt like that was my best. I still kind of feel like it's my best, but some have kind of got up there with it since then. So I would say that one. That's right, Joseph. L, what do you think about Saturn? I don't know. It's a planet, right? That does say Saturn, right? You would have to be more specific. I don't know nothing about Saturn other than it's one of the 9 planets in our solar system. Even though they demoted Pluto. Now think about that. How they've taken the planet Pluto, and somebody got in the room, some guys that got in the room and decided that Pluto is no longer a planet, but it's now just a celestial dwarf, right? They demoted it, right? Who gets to make that decision? Who gets to make that decision? That's just funny, man. Yeah, go listen to the song I got called Worth More Dead. I break a lot of that stuff down, and I called out some of them cats who's been blood sucking off of us in this music industry. Memphis Mix Takeover. I got some CDs for you Friday. Okay, that's what's up, Memphis Mix. So you will be at the thing, at the Cypher Friday. We have a show Friday, then we have one Sunday. Saturday is an open day. I'll just be in Austin, just there, looking for some work. So if y'all got any features, you know, you want to get down with, put some work in. Of course, this is business, but put me to work on Saturday, man. I don't like to just be just out there. The Saturn ring crown wearer with documented perilous terror that dates back to the Paleozoic era. Who said that? Yeah, I wore one of the Saturn's rings on my head, y'all. 74 red. Okay, Grim Reaper, yeah, send them back to me. Open topic tonight, man. So anything y'all want to discuss, feel free. I was really just on that embracing progression part and understanding that progression ain't always what it might be perceived to be on the surface, man. Brother Marcus Yisrael, ever thought about doing a Warren South Park Part 2? Yeah, you know, actually I did think about doing that. For years, that question has come up multiple times, Brother Marcus. And my homie, Father Time, one of my old school SPC brothers, Father Time, he just completed a movie called Warren South Park. It's an independent effort that he put together. He got all us in it. And so he just put together his first independent movie and he titled it Warren South Park. So that was pretty cool. I haven't seen it yet, but I know I'm in it. Murder One is in it. That's Murder One's brother, actually. But people have asked me about a Warren South Park Part 2, and I thought about it. I was actually kind of putting it together at one point. I think I got sidetracked. Southern Ontario, Canada in the building, man. Yeah, send them tonight. Let's do a location drop, man. Drop y'all locations, man. Drop your locations real quick. Tell me where y'all at so I can shout out y'all cities, man, and countries, because, you know, we be having people on here from all over the place. See, the first thing I see is New Zealand. So you drop y'all locations so your big brother can see the diverse areas that we are tapping in. We on a Thursday tonight. You know, we normally do this on Fridays, or if there's a certain topic that I want to cover. So we got New Zealand, we got K-Top in here from Wisconsin, Southern Cali in the building, Louisiana, Lockhart, Texas, Australia again, H-Town, I see you, Johnny. H-Town again, North Memphis, Tennessee, West Side, Houston, H-Town representing Dale City, Oklahoma, Ontario, Canada, Southern Ontario, okay, Houston again. Yeah, let me go back up. Somebody asked me a question. K-Rino, what are your thoughts on Chopped and Screwed? My thoughts on Chopped and Screwed are that my homie DJ Screw invented a creation that changed the whole world. Just the fact that you asked that question, say chopped and what? Chopped and who? Chopped and Screwed. It's my brother. So I got love for that. I respect anybody who kept the legacy going by jumping into that game as well. But you got to give due to the originator. That's how it goes. Let me see. Basic question. What is your top 5 MCs, dead or alive? It's a question I get asked a lot. Always hard to answer, but I'm going to give it a shot. KRS-One, Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, Tila Rock. And every time I do this, I get stuck on 4 every time. Let me get back to you on 5. I'll get back to you. What DJ Screw tapes are you on? Jermaine, to be honest with you, man, back in the days, See, I never knew what tape Screw had me in the mix on till somebody, a real screwhead, got at me one time and told me what screw tapes I was on. And then went even so far as to put them together and put them on the CD for me. So I used to have the actual mixes that I was on that Screw did. But I don't know what happened to those CDs, man. I don't know if I gave them away. I don't know if I got them stored away somewhere. But I don't remember the name of the ones that I was on. But there's somebody out there that knows, because they taught me. They taught me. The most interesting says about the UFO orb I've seen fly by you in one of your older live streams. I recorded this from one of your own videos, and I barely noticed it. Well, a lot of people say that. I don't know if that's dust. You know, I don't know. I'm not gonna sit up here and be acting like I just have orbs around. I don't know about all that stuff, man. But I've seen well-formed light circles on some of my videos. I'm not gonna be saying that that's what that. I don't know. Sometimes it's dust, but when it's perfectly circular in that form like that, I don't know what that is. I have no idea. You know, we don't believe in UFOs. We believe in IFOs. Where did I get that from? I heard somebody in the nation say that. We believe that the flying objects are identified and they're not little bitty orbs. Identified and identifiable. What's your thoughts on the rap name Cicada? Is that Cicada? Hope I pronounced that right. If I miss your question, man, please forgive me, because they coming in. So I see some and some that I don't. Hit the like button if y'all haven't already. You right, Mikhail. Oh, they don't know about that Lyrical King. I could say the whole Lyrical King right now. I ain't gonna do it, but I could spit the whole Lyrical King right now, and it came out in '87. What are your thoughts on SPM? In terms of what? SPM is one of the most popular rappers to come out of Houston. He's one of the smartest guys to come out of Houston as far as a businessman and an entrepreneur, and in terms of building his empire from the ground up. And he's always been a good guy to me, a friend to me. What made you write Duality? That's a good question, Jovan. Just trying to do something original, trying to do something different. And that idea came to me to write a lyrical track from two different perspectives as two different characters and two different personalities. And it came out pretty good, because that was the plan, to just spar back and forth, to make them spar back and forth like that. K-Rino, who would you say are your favorite MCs that represent Nation of Islam in their rhymes? Man, you have to go all the way back. And when you say represent Nation of Islam, I guess I wouldn't say that necessarily were actual registered members of the nation, but that just spoke the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad in their music. Of course, Chuck D, a lot of the 5% of rappers like Rakim and Kane and Wise Intelligent from Poor Righteous Teachers, Brand Nubian, all those brothers, Lord Jamar and those brothers, they always have broke down, teachings in their lyrics. But you had a lot of great The rappers that have come through, like I remember a brother from back in the day named Ascari X. Um, I remember when Ice Cube was going pretty heavy with a lot of the teachings in his music. See, and Ice Cube never feared or never sold out or never let nobody scare him off from speaking about the minister or speaking about the nation in his lyrics. You know, to Chuck D, KRS-One mentioned How to Eat to Live in one of his songs one time. So it's a lot of artists, man. But you know, you got my family, my brother Nip, Gangsta Nip. Gangsta Nip probably last two or three, 4 albums have been just, if you see Brother Nip on the record, he going in. It's Gangsta Nip, okay, you might get the Gangsta Nip, but if you see Brother Nip, you're gonna hear a whole lot of the teachings on that album. There's another brother named I forgot. Paris, good looking out. Cam, come on, Mikhail. Wait. I knew I was forgetting somebody. Cam. Man, MC Ren started waking up. But Cam and Paris, yeah, man. It's somebody I knew of somebody, man, good looking out. That Cam, man. Problem 13. What y'all know about Problem 13? See? Y'all got to get up on that, man. I don't know who Brother Sanchez is, John Crawford. See, and 74 Red said kids these days listen to the teachings of Gucci Gang. But I'm going to tell you, Red, we got to look beyond the surface. See, these young people are only going, that's what we was talking about with being a product of your environment. The young people are only going to be able to reflect what's imposed on them. So if you take somebody that's 17, 18 years old, all they're getting on the radio is that other kind of rap. All the labels are pushing and signing and recruiting are rappers who they can get to rap like that, who will present music and lyrics that will dumb down the people. So we can look at the artists, but the root cause are the ones who are saying, look, this is how you're going to get the money. You want the money, right? I got the money. Give us some of this. So at 17, 18, sometimes even 20, 24, 25, they have never even been exposed to any consciousness on any level, not just Nation of Islam, just any knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from any angles. They haven't got a lot of that. They ain't got it. Because again, all these things are tied on that string I talked about earlier. So you're talking about government, educational system, judicial system, prison system, entertainment, all that stuff tied together. And there is a wall that has been built that divides that knowledge that our young people need. And on the other side of that wall is that knowledge. But the builder of that wall, that's who got us expressing the ignorance. So in a lot of cases, when those young people, when they come into some knowledge, when they come into that understanding, man, they minds be blown, and then they get pissed off because they're like, oh, they've been hiding this from us. That's the generation that they do not want to be woke. They know that generation, they got to try to keep that generation asleep. Because in their mind, they like, if that generation wake up, it's over for us. See, a lot of older cats, they like, they tired, they old, they still locked in that same old mind state. The kumbaya, we shall overcome mind state. They still locked up in that. They don't want no smoke. Them youngsters, they want that smoke. They want it. But they got to understand how to channel and direct the smoke. See? Because we'll mess around and inhale it ourselves, and we got to be able to put that fire under them. So they got to be taught and trained. That's why Farrakhan is so great. That's why they don't want that generation to have access to him, or for him to have access to them. Come on, man. I was running my mouth. Let me see what I missed. DJ Crystal Clear, sorry I found you in 2014. What you apologizing for? You found me. That was almost 10 years ago. We a decade in, bro. We good. Better late than never. I don't know if Nip will be in South by Southwest. That's a good question. I need to call and see. What's up, Lester? Player D. You made that song, If It Wasn't For You. When I heard this song, it makes me want to cry. Think about how my life, man, it make me want to cry too, because I meant it. It doesn't matter what we go through, man. We got to understand where our bread is buttered. If it wasn't for God, if it wasn't for the Creator, man, whatever we have of good, we would not have it. And whatever it is that we think we have or going through that's bad, it could have been worse. See? So give thanks, man. Give thanks even in the tough parts of your life. Give thanks while you're working your way through it. Give thanks when it's at its worst. Because you're able to give thanks. Come on, man. Would you be interested in doing a concept album from a production and musical aspect as well, rather than the album being a collection of tracks? It would be more like, well, that's kind of like, I've done concept albums. Annihilation of the Evil Machine was semi-concept. Welcome to Life was semi-concept. I've had ideas before to do an entire album of stories, of storytelling tracks. So it'll come together one day if I ever decide to just get down like that. But some of the best albums that ever be released that I came up listening to were those concept albums, man, because you just knew the type of dedication and time that the artist put into putting it together. And that was a theme connected to it. Mos Def, yeah, that's another brother. Mos Def was another artist. See, I like to hear artists who, when they come into their consciousness, you know, they lean towards the righteous names in their music. See, black people, we've been so identity stripped that we just grasp for any identity that we can. We like this. So we turn into rappers. First thing we want to be Gotti. We want to be Corleone. We want to be Capone. We want to just be everything that we're not. Instead of being Akbar. Instead of being Muhammad. You know, things like that. I mean, but everything got a root cause to it. See? I'm gonna have to look up Brother Sanchez, man, to see who y'all talking about. Will we get a K-Rino featuring Rakim and Big Daddy Kane? That would be great. I can't say that'll ever happen, but that would be cool. Two of my favorites. Brother Ali. I did a show with Brother Ali a few years back when Hurricane Harvey hit Houston. It was a big benefit show that Immortal Technique put together in San Antonio. And it was myself, Brother Ali, um, Slug from Atmosphere, Immortal Technique, Chino XL. It's a strong lineup, man. I was honored to be a part of it. See? Catch me in Austin this weekend, man. If you don't have my latest project, go get it. It's called A Blessing and a Burden. You can go get it from southparkcoalition.net if you want the CD, or you can go get it from any of the digital platforms, from iTunes and all those different places that I don't feel like naming right now. Jordan Thomas says the dollar is on the verge of collapse. Be mindful. The land is the real asset, not paper. We, the people, need to remember our roots, depending upon the Most High's design over man. Boy, you just said it. See, when certain truths get spoken, when certain things get said, certain things don't require any elaboration. You said it. I detect no falsehoods or lies in that entire statement that you just said, Jordan Thomas. I heard of Aesop Rock, ZK. I think I heard a little bit of. I got to go check them out again. Jovan D, how do you find your purpose in life? You look for it. How would you find your keys if you didn't know where they was? You look for them. You have to seek out your purpose, man. Seeing our purpose is rooted in whatever gift God gives us. So you have to find out and figure out what your gift is. And I don't ever want to hear nobody say, man, I ain't got no gift, man. Ain't nothing I can really do. It's something you can do. So your purpose could be connected to your gift. Just got to find what those things are. It might not be meant for you to rap. It might not be meant for you to play basketball. See, these are things, these are entertainment things that we do and all that. We can bring great value to those things if we utilize them in the right way. If we utilize them to make people better. But if we utilize them for stupidity, then that's what we'll get out of it. But there's so many other things that we are capable of doing as individuals and as a collective that would put the rappers and the singers and the entertainers, it will put us in awe of what you're doing. See? You just got to figure out what that is. God don't leave nobody stuck out. You ain't got no resource. He ain't give me nothing. Yes, he did. Or what he gave you, you overlooking it. You're not feeling as though it's qualified. I'm good at that, but I don't really want to do that. Why not? So now you got something that you was born that you great at that you don't want to do. So now you're trying to do something that you like, but you ain't that good at it. Man, I'm gonna be a tap dancer. Man, nah, bro. I'm gonna sing, man. Why you want to sing, man? Because I seen how people go crazy when them singers be. Then you start singing and sound like you strangling a hyena. See? figure out what you're great at, man, and do it. See, we don't make excuses. We make a way. We make history. Marie Thompson, America as a country, character defamated and done so via biochipping control, same way Jews controlled mob and British created CIA and the feds. The biochipping people like Hillary, we came, we saw, he died. Hellraiser, I appreciate the love, man. The Jacker. Appreciate the donation, Hellraiser. Marie Thompson, yeah, you all over the place, Marie. Let me see. I'm trying to get something out of that. Appreciate you, Ruby Scott. If you're just coming in, hit the like button. This is open topic tonight. Give me to 100 likes before we shut it down, y'all. If y'all haven't hit it, give me to 100 likes. We're at about 80 right now. Yeah. How many spots on that globe behind you have you been to? Lester, you better be careful. The flat earth people be on my head about my globe back there. Them flat earth people gonna get on my head. How many spots have I been on? Not enough. I want to set foot on every part of God's creation that I can. The earth is our turf. This whole thing belongs to me. That's mine. So I want to be able to say I surveyed it. I've been on 3 continents in my life. And how many continents is it? 7? So I'm a few short. Have anybody ever been to Antarctica? Do they let people go there? I don't know how does that work. And it's hard for me as a black man to cope with the fact that I have never visited Africa in my lifetime. I've been to some beautiful places, man. I'm blessed to have seen as much of God's planet that I've seen. Just me. Look, bro, I just told y'all early in the stream, dude, I'm a regular dude who growed up in a dead end in South Park, Houston, Texas. I have no letters attached to my name. I have no stripes or qualifications that would constitute me being able to say, well, this is why I was able to travel to this place or to this place. Other than what I was talking to Jovan about, I was blessed at an early age. I will never, ever be able to thank God enough for what I'm about to say. This is a fact. I mean this. I was blessed at an early age to discover what I wanted to do, what my gift was. And the reason why I'm emphasizing that is because there are a lot of people who they discover theirs late. They get it, but they get it late. And that doesn't stop them from being successful. There's no age limit on when you can start your journey to success and get there. But the earlier, the better. So by me, like, man, I'm just this regular dude. I got my homeboys I grew up with, man. We grew up the same way. Same apartment complexes. Same activities, playing ball in the streets and arguing, fighting and running and whatever it is we did. But my gift on that globe, my gift is what took me wherever I went. That was it. And I never paid for any of the places I went to. I never paid. I was paid to go there. You can't argue with that, man. That's a blessing, man. I thank God for that, bro. But I got to get to Africa. If I don't go nowhere else, I got to get to Africa. We got to get to Africa. Okay, Joseph. Dead end, Marty Marr. Who, see, Marty, boy, something about that dead end blood. See, this kind of questions I like. Who are your top 5 female R&B singers? Bro, let me start with going back to the old school. This ain't in no particular order. You got Aretha Franklin, Jasmine Sullivan. Jasmine Sullivan might be the greatest singer I ever heard in my life. Just her natural vocal ability. Jasmine Sullivan. Love Jasmine Sullivan. Layla Hathaway. That's 3, right? It's getting tight. I'm going to put Anita Baker on the side real quick. She's in my head, but I got to make sure I don't leave nobody out. But Anita Baker, that would be 4. Who else? Who am I forgetting, man? Sade. I'm forgetting somebody. Somebody monumental. But Jasmine Sullivan, Layla Hathaway, and Aretha, that's like top shelf to me. That's top shelf to me. Mike Cherry, MC. One MC to another one. I appreciate the love, Mike. Mike says, do you have any more tickets? If so, can you do me a favor? Absolutely. What you need, Mike? Mike has been a great. Okay, yeah, Whitney, thank you. The guy, I knew I was forgetting somebody. Whitney Houston, of course. Whitney Houston is in my 5, without a doubt. I don't know why I be drawing blanks like that. But you know who I like? I wouldn't necessarily put her in the category of R&B, but somebody I'm a big fan of that I have just been going in the past for years, just listening to her music. Ella Fitzgerald. Ella Fitzgerald was phenomenal, man. Y'all give me to 100 likes. I like Patty. I wouldn't put Patty in my top 5, but I like Patty. I'm more of an Aretha person than Patty. I like Brandy. I see your Hellraiser. Like Mary J, but I love Stephanie Mills. Mike Cherry. Because we ain't got to say R&B. We can just keep it. We can keep it strictly just singers, female singers. Yeah. I got you covered. Tell DNA to email me the info on where to send it to. That's my email address. Shaka Khan. Come on, Marty. Yeah. Shaka. See, I can't pick 5 now. I can't do 5 now. 5 is impossible. Can't do 5. Because you done throw Shaka in the mix. And Shaka got to be in there. So Aretha Franklin, Shaka Khan, Whitney Houston, Jasmine Sullivan, Layla Hathaway, with Anita Baker and Sade coming off my bench. My starting 5, Aretha, Whitney, Shaka Khan, Jasmine Sullivan, Layla, Anita Baker, Sade coming off my bench. Ella Fitzgerald coming off my bench. That's a strong rotation right there. Man, y'all dropping some names. Donna Summer. Aaron, Most City Don, do you think Putin is a part of the Illuminati? I don't know. But he's going to be part of this whole process that, this whole World War III process that contributes to basically the destruction of Europe and America. I'll say that. I like Gladys, Dollar Bill. I like Gladys. I like Gladys. Those ones I named are more in the forefront. Long and Deadly. Would you consider sitting down with Candace Owens? For what reason? See, a lot of times people want to see, and I want to see you go against, I want to see you debate, I want to see these two people debate. I used to be like that. I used to tell people all the time, man, I want to see that. But I was taught by a wise mentor of mine, my brother, Dr. Abdul Halim Muhammad. When I talk to him again, I'm gonna remind him of this. Basically, if it ain't about a concrete, legitimate solution to freeing our people, it's a waste of time to be going back and forth and arguing over and trying to convince each other that the other person is right and all that. I ain't into that no more. Minnie Riperton. Do you think Biden is strong enough to take on Putin? It ain't about that with me. Or any one of them strong enough to take on God. No matter what they got for each other. Because here's the deal. Let me let y'all in on a little secret. Let me look both ways before I venture to say that neither Biden or Putin give a crap about me or black folks. So if Satan go to war against Satan, you know what my job is to do? Get the hell out the way. See? If you saw two wild, savage pit bulls with rabies in the middle of the street fighting, would you jump in the middle of it and say, come on, good boy, come on, puppy, come on, dogs, don't do that. You don't want no parts of that. You don't want to get contaminated. Yeah, Minnie Riperton was incredible, man. Minnie Riperton. Yeah, Tina Marie. Tina Marie was cold too, especially when her and Rick got together. Sure, I'm missing that. Okay, y'all got me over 100 views. Tina P in here? Oh, there she go. Tina laying low. Tina, this you tonight? You laying low? Tina P the OG laying low. When did Tina P slip up in here? Marie Thompson, I believe that America's getting war because hijacked troops come here. We're gonna get nuked by Britain. Trump parade nuke. Marie, you be everywhere, huh? Nah. Shout out to Toby. I can't pronounce Toby's last name for nothing, and I don't want to say it wrong. But shout out to Toby, man, because he is one of Houston's hottest. Respect to that brother. See, it's a lot. It's a wave of artists that have come out of Houston that seemingly, to those who wouldn't tuned in like me, seemingly came out of nowhere. But these dudes have put a stamp on the game, and they did it in a way that's not traditional. They did it in a way that we're not accustomed to seeing them do it, and they doing it on a big scale, man. Toby is one of them, man. Man. Lakeland, Florida, up in this thing. Cigarillo. What you say about Wicked Cricket? Wicked Cricket was a good rapper to me. Yeah, no. Look, Wicked Cricket was the first rapper I ever saw in Houston. And it was like seeing Run DMC. When I first saw Wicked Cricket, I was like, who is this guy? Just an OG of all OGs for us in this city. See? Instead of war, we should just have the leaders duke it out. We'll see how eager they are for war. Oh, but if it was only that simple. A lot at stake in their mind. They don't know what's really at stake. They fulfilling prophecy. Fulfilling it in a way that is not going to put them on the right side of it. It's going to put them on the side that's prophesied. And that ain't a good side to be on. Northern Cali, what's up, Jesse? Who was your toughest lyrical opponent in high school? King Master Supreme asked that question. My toughest lyrical opponent in high school. I had a few that was really tough, but it would probably have been Gangsta Nip, unless you're talking about that went to school with me or just high school period. But high school period would probably be Nip. See, the dudes that I had to go up against in school, man. See, it's like I didn't come along in this era of battle rapping, but I totally understand it because when I look at it, I'm like, yep, that was us. But I had to battle Gangsta Nip. I had to battle Klondike Cat. You know, I had to battle guys that were like really, 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 really incredible, terrible guys, man. I had to battle dudes like Duality. Y'all don't understand, man. What about those African students that are still in Ukraine that they won't let leave, that they prioritized the Ukrainian citizens over those African students who were just over there to get an education? Now they got them stuck over there. What about Brittany Greiner, who's still incarcerated in Russia? And now they're saying that they may not release her till like the middle of May. Now, Brittany Greiner is a basketball player who she played for the United States Olympic team, won a gold medal. I think she got 1 or 2 gold medals with the Olympic team. Now she's stuck over there in Russia because she had a vape cartridge. See, I look out for my people, man. Supreme Shabazz up in this thing. Joseph Milak, they have no chance left. These devils kill each other. Hmm. Nothing is nothing is as it seems. Blue Girl 65. Some things are as they seem. A lot of things are not, but there are some things that are absolutely what it seems. And Alex, yeah, we could say Brittany had no business being over there. Well, we could say that, but the reality is she was over there. She plays ball year round, plays overseas. There are a lot of basketball pro women's leagues in Russia. And, we could say she had no business over there, but that could be described in any situation that a person gets jammed up in. You get caught up somewhere in the dope house. You don't do dope, you don't smoke crack or nothing like that, but you just happen to, your homeboy said, man, come around, I'm stepping here with me real quick. As soon as you walk in, the laws run in. Somebody's like, oh, man, he had no business over there. Yeah, that's true, but it is what it is. Just gotta, I just want to see her come home, man. I mean, these people are so hypocritical that all of the acts that they carry out, I ain't just talking about America, I'm talking about in Europe, all these countries, man, that have carried out some of the most horrible acts against humanity, man. And y'all holding this sister up behind some vape cartridges and all that. And there may be some other deeper points that they think they trying to prove, but they better let that sister go, man. Okay. All I can say is there used to be a song that says, Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Y'all know what the remix of that is now? Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be soldiers. Don't let your babies go enlist in these armed forces. Don't let your children sign up for these armed forces. Not in this time. You're going to lose them. You're going to lose them. Your teenage son or daughter talk about going to the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. You better talk them out of it. In this climate here, you're going to lose them. When this thing really get real and it expands, when America gets involved in it, you're going to lose them. They're not coming back. How do you know? How you know, Kay? I'm standing on what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught. He ain't been wrong yet. I'm standing on what Farrakhan teaches. Find your teenage son or daughter something else to do. Let them come work with you. You better get them on at the warehouse. Sent to war to die for a lie. Who said that? Think about the words that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said. This always strikes me when I hear this. When I hear Mr. Farrakhan talking about this war. This war. He said they will leave. He talking about the armies, the soldiers. He said that they would leave in the hundreds of thousands. When you go off the war, they send troops, tens and thousands of hundreds of thousands of troops. He said they would leave in the hundreds of thousands and come back in the tens. Do you know what the tens mean? That means it might be 24 of them come back. He didn't say they're going to leave in the hundreds of thousands and they're going to come back in the tens of thousands. That means 30 or 40,000 might make it back. No, he said they're going to leave in the hundreds of thousands. They're going to return in the tens. To make you understand this a little more, imagine yourself having $300,000 to invest. You got $300,000 that you say, I want to invest. So you send that $300,000 out into an investment venture that you are seeking a return on. But something happens, and when the smoke clears, out of that $300,000, you end up with $23. See? That's how I equate that in terms, so we'll get a pure understanding of how much life loss that you are looking at. All because of these warmongering minded devils who have spent their entire history, causing war and bloodshed. That's their MO. And over again, we fall into it. We start talking about we need to go over there. And if Iran does this, we need to do that. If Russia did it, if China, we need, North Korea, we need, it's all we. You ain't never been included in the we. I thought you was French, you were saying we so much. But see, here's the deal, Mikhail. You said, I believe that, Kate, but these kids are so undisciplined, I don't know what's left but the military. Hell, we losing them in these streets. Look, I'm going to tell you like this. I'll take my chances with mine in the streets than feeding them over to this war machine. Because if they in the streets, man, I personally feel like we got a chance to pluck them. We got a chance to save them. And any type of shortcomings that they may have that led them to the streets, whose fault is that? Our fault. If our children are in the streets, that ain't just some happenstance situation. Well, mine just ended up in the street. No, it's something that we, somewhere along the line, we dropped the ball. Somewhere along the line, even if we thought we did everything right. But I'm not giving my children over so these governments, these rulers of these nations can acquire resources and can, like I said in the song that 74 Red just quoted, so they can die for a lie. And especially in this climate. Now, what you saying, that could have been more accepted in other times in history. You could have pulled it off. When I graduated from high school, I graduated right on the heels of the first Gulf War. And a few of my homies, they enlisted right after high school, right after graduation, not knowing that this thing was getting ready to pop off. And next thing you know, we was walking across the stage moving the tassel to the other side of the hat with a fake diploma in our hand. Then next thing you know, some of them same cats was overseas, lined up to fight, being ready on cue for the Gulf War. Now, fortunately, nobody that I know lost their life in the actual war, but I did have a cousin who went over there during that time. We were the same age. And he lost this. When he came back, he was never the same because he got exposed to something while he was over there that messed him up. And he was never the same. But there have been other times in history where, yeah, you got in there, you joined the military, you hit your little 4-year lick, got in, got out, maybe did 8, got in, got out, kind of established yourself, got your feet up under you. Timing is everything. But in this one, we can't say, well, man, look, hey, these children are so wild, man. They got to get some kind of discipline. Look, I'm going to take a chance on figuring out how to implement and instill discipline in mind while I can touch him. Because when you go to this one, you won't ever have to worry about him having discipline again because you're not going to see him no more. It's a wrap. So I get it in principle. But if we turn our children over to that, it's us basically saying and conceding that we're not qualified to give our children the proper discipline. And maybe we're not, because we hadn't got it. See, remember that cycle I was talking about? But we got to learn it. We got to learn it on the job, on the fly. See? The military is one of the most corrupt institutions, period. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of people that went to the military and have become better because of that. So I understand where you're coming. They gain that. But this ain't the time, bro. This ain't the time. Long-term effects, man. And when you come back, I'm speaking in the past now, when they came back, anytime they came back, even the white veterans, they didn't have no love for them people, man. You got white veterans under the freeway right now holding up signs. You have others in the VA hospitals that are mentally messed up, physically messed up, limbs gone, young and old. Imagine giving away your life. And when I say your life in this particular instance, I don't even mean being dead. I mean that once something like that happens to you, where your mind has been destroyed or your limbs are gone, and you giving all that, you lost that, and you 25, you just gave your life up over some BS with some suits sitting up in government, sitting in these nations, calling shots over greed, and don't care nothing about the lives of your children who are out there carrying out that agenda for them, sacrificing their bodies, sacrificing their lives for that. And if all hell break loose, well, we got a place for you, Mr. President. You come on down here. We have a special bunker for you that nothing's going to happen to you. Trying to tell you, man. America's a sinking ship. I did a live a while back where the topic was, can America really fall? Like, can America really fall? Is that really possible? Because a lot of people don't believe it. No, man, come on, man. America got too much going for it. All right. keep on thinking that fat meat ain't greasy. That's country's lingo right there, y'all. Keep on thinking fat meat ain't greasy. Yeah. Take truth over conformity. What's up, Roderick? I see you. Peace of Mind Gaming. Shout out to all to the people that I don't see a lot. Hey, man, y'all catch me in Austin this weekend, man. I will be there. I'm going to put all the links in the description, all the places that y'all can see your big brother at. Y'all come and step in if you're in the area. Both the shows that I'm performing at are totally free. Free to get in, man. Free to get in. Y'all just walk in the door and enjoy the show and see your big brother, K-Rino. And I got to go. Peace.